so I have a better idea. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. So I have a better idea. Yeah. Can you hear me okay, Farouk?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure I was hearing my voice back. So great. So we'll get started. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you to Farouk at Education Concern for planning this session. I'm always happy to do presentations and sessions with Farouk. It's always really great. And I have great questions from students and I really, really enjoy it. So thank you so much. So we'll get started. As you may know, you may have spoken to me before through email, or you may have attended one of my sessions in the past. My name is Jaden Cherasolo. I'm an international enrollment specialist at Algoma University. I'm actually also an alumni of Algoma University. I graduated with a Bachelor of Business Administration with a specialization in human resources back in 2019. So since I graduated, I started working at Algoma University. That was 3 years ago, and I'm still here. And now I'm working with international students, helping them come to Algoma University as well. So I definitely have a lot of pride in Algoma U. I loved being a student. Now I love being a staff member and alumni. So I hope to share some of that love with you as well today. I am based out of our Sault Ste. Marie campus, so I will talk a little bit more about our campuses later in the presentation. However, I assist students at all of our campuses. So even though I'm physically in Sault Ste. Marie, I'll be helping all students, regardless of the campus that you choose to attend. So we do have a view book or prospectus. If you get out your mobile phone, you could scan that barcode, or you can type in this URL into your internet browser. If you want to look at the view book at a later date, this is also located on our Future Students webpage, so you can still check it out. I highly, highly recommend you look at our view book. A lot of really great information in here about our programs, scholarships, admission requirements, our campuses, student testimonials, everything. So definitely take a peek at this. Awesome. So we'll get started. So today I'm going to kind of explain to you a little bit more about Algoma University as a whole, our campuses, our programs, some of the other things that we are able to offer you, just so you can decide if Algoma University might be the best choice for you. If you have already applied to Algoma University, this session might be really helpful in next steps after the application process. So maybe you've received your offer letter, you're waiting for your offer letter, and what now? So I'll get started. Algoma University does have 3 different campuses, and they're all diverse and unique in their own way. They're all located within the province of Ontario. So Ontario is kind of central in Canada, and it is probably has one of the biggest economies in all of Ontario. So you really have your major cities, Toronto, Ottawa, Niagara Falls, Ottawa being the capital of Canada, Toronto being one of the largest, most vibrant cities in Canada. So a lot of opportunities nearby these campuses. Our Sault Ste. Marie campus. So I'll go into a little bit more detail about Sault Ste. Marie. So this is our first and largest campus. Really, you have everything you need at your fingertips in Sault Ste. Marie, especially right on campus. We have a bank around the corner, multiple grocery stores that are within walking distance. You can stay on residence, so you could, stay in a dorm on campus. Wake up at 7:55 and be at your 8 a.m. class. So it's extremely, extremely convenient living. It's a very beautiful city. We are surrounded by nature, water, trees, hikes, tons of outdoor activities within all seasons. So it's definitely for someone who is seeking a very chill, easy life and likes to spend time outdoors. Our Brampton campus is a little bit different because it's located within the GTA. So the GTA is the Greater Toronto Area. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Toronto, but like I said, it's one of the largest, most vibrant cities in Canada. Brampton is about a 30-minute drive from Toronto. So it's extremely easy to just commute from the big city to campus. Our Brampton campus is located right downtown Brampton. So it's kind of a commuter campus. It's located on one of the busiest intersections in Brampton. So if you're downtown and you just look up at the buildings, you'll see our Algoma University branding on the buildings. So we've acquired different spaces in downtown Brampton and we just continue to grow. So it's kind of like a little campus in downtown Brampton. However, we don't have a residence. You have tons of shops and stores and restaurants right at your doorstep at the Brampton campus. So there are definitely lots of things happening here. Okay, now I do have a little video that I'll show you guys. So it kind of goes into a little bit more detail about our Brampton campus. You'll be able to see some really wonderful visuals. So you'll be able to see the new renovations we did on campus, the campus expansions, and just a little bit more about how student life will be. I hope this loads for you. It might lag a little bit, but we'll try it out.
Welcome to the Algoma University Brampton campus. Algoma University is built on community. We are committed to cultivating cross-cultural learning, and wherever you choose to study, we promise you'll find your home away from home. With about 1,000 students and staff located here in Brampton, we are proud to offer one of the most diverse university campuses in Ontario. Your professors will get to know you, support you, and provide you with opportunities beyond the classroom. This means that we guarantee a hands-on, personalized student experience, fully immersed in both the campus and the Whether you're meeting up with friends in between classes, taking a quiet study break, or working on a group project, you'll have access to bookable meeting rooms and convenient lounge spaces located throughout campus. The opportunities for growth and leadership at Algoma University are endless. Soak up some arts and culture at the Rose Theatre, grab a coffee with friends, or enjoy a walk or skate through Gage Park in between classes. We're always here to chat with you about how joining the Algoma University community may be a good fit for you, so please don't be shy. Connect with an enrollment specialist anytime by emailing info@algomau.ca or visit our Future Students page for information on upcoming events year-round. Algoma University, Brampton campus. The world is next.
Awesome. So like how it was said in the video, we do have one of the most diverse campuses in all of Ontario. So around 50% of our student body are international students. So you'll see tons of students, not only from, Asian countries, but also African countries, the Caribbean as well. So you really get a large taste of this at Algoma University and also within Brampton. There is a very large international student population there. So definitely we take pride in that. We host a lot of wonderful cultural events. So we encourage students to share their culture with us, and we will do the same to them. So another great thing about our campuses being located within Ontario, Canada, there is a higher success rate, a very, very strong success rate for visas when it comes to applying to Canadian universities. With Algoma University, also being a university and not a college, that is another reason as to why, visa applications are more successful than when applying to colleges. We're also a public university as well, so that supports this as well. All right. So moving on now, Algoma University really offers students the ability to personalize their education. So you are able to kind of study the way you want to. So we have 3 intakes per year. The fall, the winter, and the spring. So this is super beneficial for international students because let's just say if there are delays with your visa processing, you would only have to defer maybe 4 months as opposed to 8 months or 1 year. So that could really come in handy for international students. We have a co-op option for every single degree program. So co-op is a great opportunity for students to receive paid work experience, credits, all before you even graduate. We'll talk a little bit more about co-op later, but this is a great option for international students. Generous transfer credits if you have completed a previous diploma and are applying to a degree, or if you have a partially completed degree. We also have very flexible class schedules. So if you prefer to study in the morning or in the evening or online or in person, you could kind of cater that towards your own interests. We have a 14-to-1 student faculty ratio. So this is very important because professors are able to give students that time of day. You are able to go visit professors during their office hours, ask questions. You really get to know your professors. So it's not like you're just a number at Algoma University. That's why we're able to offer you that Algoma U advantage. Like I said, we have a very diverse student body, and classes consist of approximately 5 to 150 students. So this is a typical classroom that you will find at Algoma University. If you attend a larger university, say, UBC, U of Toronto, you can be in a classroom with 400 to 500 other students. You really don't get to know your classmates. You don't get to know your professors. You're just a number. At Algoma University, though, you attend classes and, the lower level courses could be 150 students, but once you get into upper level courses that are more specialized, you can have as low as 5 students in them. I remember when I was at Algoma University in my 3rd year finance class, there were probably around 10 students in our classroom. And because we had such a small class size, I really got to know my professor. He would sit beside me, help me with the equations that we were doing. And even now when I see my professor in the hallway, we always say hi and chat. So you get to know your professors, you get to know the students beside you. They care about your success and about your future, and they will help you to ensure that you are successful. Now, professors could be a reference, or when it comes to a job or maybe graduate school. So it's a huge, huge plus to attend these small classes at Algoma University. Okay, to talk a little bit about our programming. So our programming, this is our degree programs. They are segmented into schools. So we have the School of Business and Economics, Life Sciences and the Environment, Social Work, and Computer Science and Technology. And then we also have other humanities and social sciences as well. Some of our top programming are business. So we have the 4-year business administration program, and then we have other Bachelor of Arts in Business. Another top program is our sciences, so biology. A lot of students will choose biology and then continue on into medicine post-grad. And then another one is also computer science. So we offer a Bachelor of Computer Science and then a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. So those are some of our top programs. The wonderful thing about Algoma University is that most of our programs offer 3- and 4-year options. So if a student wants to come to Canada, they want a bachelor's degree, but they only want to study for 3 years, you can do that at Algoma University. The only program that doesn't offer this is our Bachelor of Business Administration. That one is 4 years. But all the rest offer 3-year options. So this would save students time and money, and you could still get that valuable bachelor's degree that most Canadian jobs require. We also offer graduate certificates, again, within the School of Business and Economics, Life Sciences and the Environment, and Computer Science and Technology. We have 2 2-year programs. That is the HR and Business program, and then project management. So of course, if you're doing a graduate certificate, if you do the 2-year program, you would be eligible for a higher number of years for your PGWP. So that's why those 2 programs are kind of our top programming. For project management, I tend to recommend this a lot for students because it is more of a universal program. It's cross-disciplinary. So we see applicants from all different backgrounds, whether that be school backgrounds or work backgrounds. Every sector does need those skilled project managers. So if a student is ever, unsure about what to choose, I always, send them project management so they can take a look at it, see if they're interested. We also have master's programming coming next year. So we're starting with a Master of Computer Science. And then following that, we would be doing a MBA, so Masters of Business Administration. So those are also to come within the next year. So that's very, very exciting for us as well. We do have other 2-year graduate certificates coming as well. So a 2-year graduate certificate in computer science and IT, and then also in health management. So those are to come. Very exciting stuff. So definitely looking forward to that, just to provide more options to our students. If you do have any other questions while we are going along this presentation, please feel free to throw them in the chat. And then after the presentation, we'll go through them, kind of like a Q&A session. So for admission requirements, so we kind of segment these into 3 different groups. Group 1 being our mechanical engineering program. Students would require at least 60% from their high school grades. For Group 2, that includes business administration, biology, environmental science, psych, social work, and then our chemical and mining engineering. Students would need at least a 50%. For all other programs, so this includes our Bachelor of Arts. So there's Bachelor of Arts in business related programs, our humanities and social sciences, or it would include our Bachelor of Computer Science. Students would need at least a 40%. There are specific program prerequisites that students would require for some of these programs. It's mostly just math and sciences. If students don't have math within your grade 12 year, Algoma University does offer a intro level math course within your first year so that you can meet this math requirement. So if you don't have math, that's totally okay. For our graduate certificate, let's talk about Cambridge Pearson A-levels first, because I know some students do Cambridge Pearson A-levels. So you would require your O-levels. Usually there's about like 7 courses within your O-levels. Then you would also require either 4 AS levels or 2 A2 levels to be admissible to our Group 3 programs. So it would be the all other programs. You would require a D in your 4 AS or 4 A2, or your 2 A2. If you are applying to Group 2, you would require at least a C in your AS or A2 level courses. So for all of the programs, it's a minimum D. For the Group 2 programs, it's a minimum C. If students do A2 levels and they receive at least a C in these courses, you could be eligible for advanced standing. So this is really great. So you can receive extra credit for doing well in those courses. So for receiving a C in your A2 levels, you could receive 6 credits to Algoma University towards your degree. So we like to give this example. If you have 5 A2 levels and you receive a score of C or higher, that can equate to 30 credits at Algoma University, which is equivalent to 10 courses, which is equivalent to a full year of studies. So it would definitely lessen the cost and time that it takes to complete your degree. For every degree, you have core courses, but then you also have electives. So these, if they don't equate specifically to your core courses, they would definitely cover your electives. I am a kind of an example of this. When I came to Algoma University to study my BBA, I did have previous education. So I was able to complete my 4-year BBA within 3 years. So again, saved me time, saved me money, and that's always a plus. So now to talk a little bit about tuition and fees. So Algoma University tuition, it's approximately $19,000 just for tuition. So that's your academic fees. And then we do have other non-academic fees included on top of that. So that's like your service fees, your ancillary fees, your gym membership, your health insurance for the whole entire year. That's about $2,000. So your total tuition and fees for one academic year at Algoma University, which is 2 semesters, is approximately 21,000 Canadian dollars. This is extremely competitive because Other universities in Canada, they can charge up to $30,000, $40,000 for your tuition, whereas Algoma University, it's about $21,000, and you're still receiving the exact same level and quality of education. So this cost, it's really equivalent to colleges in Canada. It's a little bit more than colleges, but of course, university level courses are definitely more recognized than college level courses. So we have an extremely competitive tuition, and that's something that's very beneficial to international students, because studying in Canada could be extremely expensive for international students. To talk a little bit about scholarships now. So scholarships, entrance scholarships specifically, are offered to only degree applicants. So unfortunately not for graduate certificates. However, there are tons of other internal and external scholarships that all students can be eligible for. So our scholarships range from $500 to $5,000. Within your grade 12 year, you would just require a 50% average and you would qualify for a scholarship. The good thing about our scholarships, the top one of $5,000, it is renewable. So you can receive that $5,000 every single year of your studies, and you would need at least an 80% for that. If you did Cambridge Pearson A levels, you would require at least 2 Cs. So very achievable. A lot of our students do qualify for entrance scholarships, so that's always great. Okay, so another question for students when they come to Canada, maybe there are some students on this call, you've applied to Algoma University, you received your LOA, you paid your fees, you're waiting for your visa, and you're kind of mentally preparing to come to Canada. And one of your main questions is, where am I going to live? So we have you covered with that. So Algoma University has a partnership with the Canada Homestay Network. This is located in both Brampton and Sault Ste. Marie, so it'll cover most of our students. And you can stay with a host family. So basically, you would pay a monthly fee, almost like rent. You would stay with the host families, so you'd have your own room, sleep at their house, and they could provide you with meals. So that's extremely beneficial for students because everything's kind of covered for them. At our Sault Ste. Marie campus only, we have a residence. So you can see it in this picture here. It's a new residence. It was built recently. And it's kind of like a little hotel. So you have your own private room. So you don't have to share a room with someone. You get to close the door, have your peace and quiet, your privacy. And you have a shared washroom with one other person. On each floor of residence, there is a full service kitchen, a student lounge area. You have cleaning services weekly and 24/7 security. So it's very safe. So that's also a great option for students. I always recommend students in first year in Sault Ste. Marie to stay in residence, just so you can meet people, kind of get that university experience as well. So to talk a little bit about fees now for residents. So we have different fees for our residents. It just depends on kind of what tier you're in. So that could be as high as $5,900 for the full academic year. So this is not monthly, this is for 8 months. And then we also offer meal plans. Meal plans could be as high as $4,800 for one academic year. It just kind of depends on how much you eat. So that's kind of how you choose what tier you are in. So that's why we like to recommend students to always budget an additional $10,000 to $12,000 on top of their tuition and fees for those living expenses. So accommodation, food, transportation, other personal expenses as well. So for our homestay fees, so this is in Brampton and Sault Ste. Marie. In Sault Ste. Marie, you only have the option to do 3 meals. So that's approximately $825 a month. Extremely, extremely affordable. Rent, if you rent a place in Sault Ste. Marie, that could be about $1,000 a month. So receiving full board and 3 meals per day for 825 Canadian dollars is very, very, very affordable. For Brampton, prices are a little bit higher. It's a bigger city, higher demand. So of course, things are going to be a little bit more expensive. It could be as high as $1,050 per month if you choose the full board with 3 meals. You can also just do a room stay with no meals and figure out your own meals. And that's about $690 a month, Canadian dollars. So very affordable. It just depends on what you prefer, you know? Along with academic support, housing support, we also offer a variety of student supports as well, whether that be academics or personal. It's very important for students to be supported within the classroom and also outside of the classroom as well. So for our academic student support, all students are offered an academic advisor. So you are assigned an academic advisor. This academic advisor will also be a registered Canadian immigration consultant. So this is very important because not only will that be your go-to contact for all things academic, but also for any immigration related questions that you may have as well. So that's super, super helpful. The student success team offers student success workshops. We have a math lab, a writing lab, free tutoring for every student. We have a learning strategist within our learning center that assists students if you need help with this tutoring, note-taking, time management, scheduling, all of those things. And then we also have an experiential learning department that offers co-op, various career services, career links, assistance with resume writing, interview skills. So a lot of help in those departments as well. If students do need assistance with health and wellness, we have a student success team and a health and wellness team that is dedicated to this. So they will develop personal wellness models for students. We have professional services, counseling services. We have a number of hotlines that are 24/7 that are online. So students could download these apps, talk to a member of the team at any time of the day. We also offer full health coverage. So international students that are located within Canada, it's mandatory that they have this UHIP, so the Universal Health Insurance Plan that covers them with all things medical. And that's all located within the tuition and fees. So we have a UHIP representative that organizes this for the students as well. Okay, so now to talk a little bit about the student experience. So like I said, in class is very, very important. However, getting that university experience outside of the classroom is very important as well. So to stay healthy, we always recommend that students stay active. So within students' tuition, they receive a membership to, the gym. So in Sault Ste. Marie, we have a newly renovated George Leach Center. You'll often hear this called the GLC. So students can go there, work out. We have a weight room, state-of-the-art equipment. We have workout classes. So, you can do Zumba. We have spin classes. So with the stationary bikes, we have 3 full-sized gyms. So if students like to play basketball, pickleball, volleyball, badminton, you can do that as well. In Brampton, the equivalent is the YMCA. So it's just around the corner from campus. So you can walk there. When you look out some of the windows in Brampton, you can see the YMCA. I promise it's not that far, and it offers all of the same amenities. We also have athletics. So if you are like me and you are not that competitive and not that good at sports, you may want to look into intramurals. So you can stay active, but in a less competitive way. So we have both internal and external intramurals. So basically it's kind of just like for fun sports. It's not competitive. You don't track the score, things like that. We do have varsity Thunderbirds as well. So that is the more competitive route. So our teams will go against other universities, and then it's more competitive, so you keep score. But we do have basketball, running, curling, soccer, skiing, and wrestling. Our teams do fairly well. We have a lot of really talented athletes on our teams. So if you're in Sault Ste. Marie, you can actually go and watch some of the games. If you're in Brampton, they'll live stream the games. You'll still be able to cheer on your Thunderbirds, even if you're not physically there. So like I said, I was going to talk about co-op more. So We offer co-op for every single degree program at Algoma University. So students can complete up to 3 terms of co-op. Each term is 4 months each. So that equates to 12 full months, a full year of work experience. You're getting paid and you're earning credits all before you even graduate. So a lot of times students will do a co-op, and then if they do well in their co-op, they will continue on at that institution after graduation. Not always for like a permanent full-time position, but for a contract. So that's definitely a wonderful opportunity for students, because, you know, if you're an entry level employee looking for an entry level job, sometimes it's not always easy to find one right off the bat. So, you know, doing this co-op, getting that work experience is super, super key. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for co-op. So we do have a really vibrant campus life also. So there are tons of things happening on campus. Our student experience team is always planning events or fun things for our students. So in our Sault Ste. Marie campus, we have a newly renovated campus bar. It's called the Speak Easy. So it's located in this picture here. So that's a good place for students to go to during the day. Sometimes they just like to sit down, hang out, eat their food, do some homework, relax, chat with their friends. And then at nighttime, they will often have like different themed events or just like different parties at the Speakeasy. So some of them include trivia nights, karaoke nights, open mic nights, themed pubs. I remember when I was a student at Algoma University, I went to a Halloween pub and a St. Patrick's Day pub, and they were always so much fun. We had a member of the communications team go there and like take pictures and everything. So it was always a great time. So if you come to Algoma U, definitely recommend you attend all of those events. It's just a good way to meet people, have some fun outside of the classroom as well, and really dive into that university experience. So in our Brampton campus, the equivalent is the student center. I just visited our Brampton campus a couple of months ago. So I was able to see the newly renovated student center, and it is absolutely beautiful. I just can't say enough about it. I didn't want to leave the Brampton campus and come back to Sault Ste. Marie just because the student center was so nice, but they also have a lot of different student events there as well, similar to Sault Ste. Marie. So if you ever get the opportunity to attend these events, I highly recommend you do so. Round up a group of friends and go and just have some fun. Okay, so that was a lot of information that I just said, and you might be thinking, okay, what is next? So if you have not applied yet, you're still kind of in the, you're still kind of considering it. Basically, what I recommend you do is to look at our website, learn more about Algoma University, check out our campuses, look at our view book, and just learn more. Explore our programs, see if any of them interest you. And if you do find a program that interests you, I recommend you take a look at the admission requirements for those specific programs. If you have any questions about admission requirements, you can send me an email or you can talk to Farouk. We can let you know if you would be eligible for those programs. If you are eligible, I recommend you submit an application. So Farouk at Education Concern can help you with submitting that application through the Algoma University application portal. We are pretty quick with our turnaround time. We're trying to be a little bit better with that, and we try to prioritize the applications for Farouk just because we work so well together. So then we would assess your application. We would share an offer of admission, and then you would basically just celebrate. After you receive an offer letter, you would pay a deposit, apply for your visa, and then you would begin your process of studying at Algoma University in Canada. So after this session, we will be offering all students applying through Education Concern an application fee waiver. So usually students will have to pay 125 Canadian dollars to submit an application. However, for 2 weeks after this session, we offer an application fee waiver. So highly recommend you submit that application and get started. Lastly, I do want to promote our social media because it's such a good way to stay connected to Algoma University. Just learn more about some of the events that are happening and what future students are doing. So our handle on Instagram is at Discover Algoma U. So definitely go follow us. Your name will be put into a draw and you could possibly win a swag bag. Other than that, there's my emails. If you have any further questions, I highly recommend you contact the international alias. We have a few different employees answering that alias, so sometimes you'll receive responses quicker. So if you have any questions for me, please email international@algomu.ca. And then I also have Farouk's contact information here if you want to contact him as well. Other than that, thank you so much for joining today. We will get to the chat now and answer some questions. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I do see a question. Do you offer software computer engineering? So we have a Bachelor of Engineering, so it's mining, chemical, and mechanical. So none specific to software, computer engineering. The one thing that I do want to note with our Bachelor of Engineering program is that it's in partnership with another university in Ontario called Laurentian University. Laurentian is located in Sudbury, Ontario, which is 3 hours away from Sault Ste. Marie. So basically, you would do your first year of your Bachelor of Engineering at Algoma University, and then you would do the remaining 3 years at Laurentian University in Sudbury. Also, the thing with this program is it only offers a fall intake. So if you are interested in this program, you would have to wait until fall 2023 to apply. Along with that, we do have, various computer science programs. So we have a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Computer Science. If you're looking for more graduate certificates, we do have the graduate certificate in IT. So if you're interested in those sectors, definitely check those out. All information about our programs could be found on our website. I just had a question. Is the fee including the room rent? No. So like I had in the slides, the tuition and fees is one cost, and then the rent, like other personal costs, are on top of that. So tuition and fees approximately $21,000 Canadian dollars, and then we recommend students budget an additional $10,000 to $12,000 on top of that for your other personal expenses. So accommodation, food, transportation, etc. Whatever other personal expenses you may have. How old is the university? So we were granted charter in 2008 to become our own degree granting university. But prior to that, we were Algoma University College. So, it has been around for quite some time. Our Brampton campus, though, it's definitely more recent within the past 10 years, just because we started at Sault Ste. Marie, then we grew to Brampton, and then we also have a Timmins campus as well. Most of our programs aren't offered at Timmins, so that's why for international students, we really promote Sault Ste. Marie and Brampton. But yeah, so our newer campuses, our other campuses are definitely newer, but Sault Ste. Marie is the oldest, the original, like the OG, yeah. Can I apply for university before IELTS and high school 12 results? So in regards to your high school 12 results, we will accept predicted scores. So if you don't have your final grade 12 results, that's okay. If you have predicted scores, we could send you a conditional offer. In regards to your IELTS, we would need some sort of English language test to be able to send you any conditional offer. It doesn't specifically have to be IELTS though, for admission. So for Algoma University for admission, we accept a number of different English language tests. So sometimes I recommend students to do a Duolingo just because you could submit your Duolingo for admission and then receive your IELTS later for visa application purposes. So for IELTS, we require an overall score of 6 with no band below 6. Duolingo, we require an overall score of 110 with no band below 90. This is also all located on our website. These requirements, if you do forget, you can check on our website. But yeah, so we would need an English language test to be able to give you any conditional offer. Okay, I do see that one student has already applied. Mubara, I'm going to take note of your email or your student number, and then I'll assist you afterwards, just because I'll need access to our system for this. So I'll definitely help you after this session, okay? I'm just going to make note of this. Okay, perfect. Okay, master's degrees. So Algoma University does not offer master's program as of yet. We only offer graduate certificates right now. None that relate specific to geoinformatics. Maybe in the future.
Can you talk about mechanical engineering?
Mechanical engineering?
Yes, yes.
Any specific questions?
You can tell in detail. I don't know how much about this.
Oh, so you just want more information on the engineering program?
Yes, yes. It's a time period, or it is of 2 years or 4 years.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure if you were here when I just explained a little bit about engineering, but it is in partnership with Laurentian University. So the Barty School of Engineering. So you would complete 1 year at Algoma University in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and then you would complete 3 years in Sudbury University, or in Sudbury, Ontario, at Laurentian University. So it's kind of a seamless transition. So 1 year and then 3 years, and that equates to the 4 years. So you would study in areas like mathematics, chemistry, physics. So it would really prepare you to kind of enter the world of engineering right after graduation. In year 2, you'll transfer directly to your second year at the Barty School of Engineering at Laurentian University. And then from there, you can choose an area of focus. So you can choose the chemical, mechanical, or mining engineering. So you would have the option for co-op too, if you want to go down that route. So work.
So it will be a bachelor's degree, not a master's degree, or it will be a master's degree.
No,
It
it's a
will be a
bachelor's
master's
degree.
degree. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, you can talk.
I'm so sorry, what was that?
I was asking that it's master's program or bachelor's program.
So engineering is a bachelor's program. We currently don't have any masters right now.
Hello, I want to ask a question.
Hi, absolutely.
I already have applied in postgraduate certificate project management,
Okay.
and it's been almost a month. I have not even received initial review.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you know your student number?
Right now, I don't know, but I can send you my student number.
Yes, if you could find your student number, that would be great. If you do know your personal email address that you used within your application, that would also be really helpful. So if you can put
Yes,
those.
I am sending them emails regularly, but I have not received any response from them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, put it in the chat and then I'll check it out after the session.
Okay, I'm putting my student number in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll just follow up with your admissions advisor and I'll see if they can check out your application today. Any other questions right now? If you want, you could unmute yourself or you could just put them in the chat.
Hi, I've got a quick couple of questions.
Of course.
First was, is Duolingo accepted by your university?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's accepted for admission. You would just require an overall score of 110 with no band below 90.
Okay. And secondly, the tuition fee for all the for both the years, is it supposed to be paid full in advance, or can we do 1 year at a time?
So we would require a tuition deposit. So that's just an initial deposit prior to the visa application. For graduate certificates, it is the 19,000 Canadian dollars. For degrees, it's 11,000 Canadian dollars. So this covers the majority of your first year fees. So once you come to Canada and start your studies, there's only about like another $1,000 that you would need to pay in order to pay your full first year fees. And then after that, you would just pay semester by semester.
Perfect. And for once I deposit this 11,000 fee, do I need any availability of funds to show to the embassy for maintaining my regular life pattern over there, or no?
Yeah, exactly. So we wouldn't need that at Algoma University at all for admission. That would need to be used for your visa application.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any courses in landscaping and horticulture?
No, we don't. So for landscaping and agriculture, sometimes those could be more found at Canadian colleges, just because those are a lot within like the trades. Not at Algoma University though. We don't offer those.
Okay, thank you so much.
If you are interested in that though, definitely look at some of our local colleges. In Northern Ontario, we have an abundance of natural resources. So that's why trades are so big. We have tons of water, tons of soil, tons of greenery. So maybe look at a local college like Sioux College. I'll put it in the chat. Just because if that's
if you can just share it in the chat, I'll look at it.
Absolutely. Like, although I'm from Algoma University, I want you to choose the course that's best for you. I want you to choose a university or an educational institution that so check out some of our Canadian colleges for trades. However, if you are interested in like natural resources, we do have a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science. So you would just get a lot more information specialization in those types of courses as opposed to a trade. So I would recommend looking at some of our trades at local colleges or check out our environmental science program.
Those colleges are affiliated with your university, right?
No, they're not affiliated at all.
Oh, so they are separate independent colleges.
Exactly. But I wanted to let you know that just in case if that's the best route for you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Hello, Jaden.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Mubara here.
Hi.
I have already told you about my problem in the chat. Yeah. So do we have to pay $1,000 for choosing our minor subjects?
Let me check out your profile here. Okay, I'm just gonna check one thing. So Bachelor of Arts in Psych, I see 22F. Okay, so your program, it is both offered in Brampton and Sault Ste. Marie. So did you want to proceed with a campus change, or did you want to do it in Brampton? Mabar? Oh, sorry.
I actually got offer letter on BS biology program in Sault Ste. Marie campus. So they made a mistake, I guess, and on my portal it is showing that I have been admitted to BA psychology program in Brampton.
Okay. It's
Then
Yeah.
Nadia has changed my program to biology, but my campus is still Brampton in my portal.
Okay, I totally see why that happened. It's just because you had two applications. So
Yeah,
when it populated to more of like the registration side, it took the Bachelor of Arts in Brampton.
yeah,
and Science. So I'll go in right now and I'll change this. Thanks
yeah.
for pointing out.
And one more thing. Hello,
Hi,
can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Hello, Jaden.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. So, Mr. K. Kim, I think he's the student success advisor at Brampton campus. He sent me an email about selecting my minor subjects,
Mhm.
and he told me that I have to pay more $1,000 for choosing my minor subject.
Okay.
Although I think this is required for international students outside the Canada, I guess.
Okay, that's more of like a registrar's office type of situation, so I don't usually advise on that. It might be because like I was saying earlier, the tuition deposit only covers the majority of your first year fees, but not the full amount of first year fees. That might be why. I could note this and then I could follow up with Kay just to see what's going on with that. And then I'll send you an email after the session. Just because I'm not too sure how the registrar's office handles those fees. I work on more of the admission side of things, but I'll follow up with you if that's okay after I talk to Kay.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
No problem.
I was actually too much worried about it.
Oh, no need to worry. I also just checked your portal and you've already been updated to Sault Ste. Marie. So you're good to go with that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
It was,
And Mubarak-
That's good.
yeah.
And Mubarak, many congratulations for your visa.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I do see just one question from a student. It was a direct message regarding the student direct stream and IELTS. Yeah, so if you did general, that's a little bit different. We do require academic IELTS. I think most Canadian institutions do recommend that or require that. So we would just need the 6.0 overall with no band below 6.0 in academic. Farouk, do you know if through the SDS stream students could submit a general IELTS as opposed to an academic IELTS?
No, not at all. Student just need academic IELTS. Only
academic.
Yes.
Okay, sounds
No
good.
TOEFL, no PT, no any other test. Only IELTS academic.
Okay, perfect. Because I was gonna say, you know, for admission to Algoma U, you can do a Duolingo for admission, but then again, for your visa, you would have to do the academic IELTS anyways. If you have any other questions, Faizan, you could even unmute yourself or just write in the chat.
Mohammed Wasik, I think you can you should unmute your mic. Yes, Faizan Muzaffar, ask any question if you have.
Oh, I actually don't think they're in the session anymore. Oh, yes, they are.
Yes. Muhammad Wasik already has sent his application. So he is very good student, and I think he has 90% and 7 band in IELTS.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Jaden. I hope you will be doing great.
Hi, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Just give me a sec.
Of course.
Meanwhile, Mr. Faizan, you can ask question. Is there any question about SDS policy, student direct stream? Please, please feel free to ask. You just need to fulfill 3 main requirements. Number 1, you must have IELTS with 6 overall or 6.5 and no less than 6 in any single module. And number 2, you need to pay first year tuition fees in advance before applying the visa. Number 3, which is the last, you should deposit 10,000 Canadian dollar in a Canadian bank under your own name for the living cost. So if you fulfill these 3 basic requirements, you will get your visa without interview in a month and without showing parents' bank statement. SDS policy is very easy and simple and straightforward. So I will encourage all of you to apply only under SDS policy.
Hi, I'm back.
Yes,
Hi.
Jaden, I have already applied and I received the email from the university.
Okay.
I decided to go with the Bachelor's of Psychology.
Perfect.
So I would like to ask that, is it a good subject for me to select?
I mean, yeah, of course. Is it a Bachelor of Science or a Bachelor of Arts?
Bachelor's of Science.
Yeah, and the 4-year option?
Yes, 4 years option.
4-year. What do you aspire to do after graduation?
I would like to further go with the master's in clinical psychology.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So a lot of our students will start with a Bachelor of Science at Algoma U, and they'll continue on to either medical school or to do their master's. So I think that's a wonderful path if you want to pursue that.
Thank you. And I would like to ask that in how much time I would receive my letter from the university? I have applied.
Do you know your student number? Mohammed, do you know your student number? Can you hear me, Mohammed? Oh. I
think he has disconnected.
Yeah.
Muhammad Mutahid, you can ask question. Muhammad Mutahid is also very good applicant.
Okay,
And
perfect.
I hope tomorrow his application will be in your inbox.
Okay, perfect. And I think I actually was able to find the other Muhammad's application as well. So
Yes.
I'll make note of that.
And I will send you his phone number as well.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. So I'm just noting the student numbers so that like the admissions
Yeah.
advisor and I could go through them.
All right.
Perfect.
Zishan Ali, do you have any question? And Abdul Momin?
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम
Walaikum salam ji.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन है ग्रेजुएट प्रोग्राम में फील्ड को चेंज करके एडमिशन जो है वो पॉसिबल है इधर अलगोमा यूनिवर्सिटी में
Okay, please tell me about your last qualification.
एलएलबी फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी फैसलाबाद
It's difficult because आपने LLB में 5 साल लगाए हैं मेरे ख्याल में, ऐसा ही है?
3 years सर
3 years, okay. ये LLB 3 years का है?
आफ्टर ग्रेजुएशन 3 years है
Okay. I'm writing my WhatsApp number. Call me after this event. As you have law field, we don't have any postgraduate diploma in law.
श्योर सर
Thank you. Yes, Vasik, welcome back. Vasik, do you have your student ID, student number? Anyhow, I will send you.
Sir, let me just check in the mail.
I was able to find your application in our system.
Sorry, Jaden, I didn't hear you. Can you say it again?
Yeah, so I was able to find your application in our system. So I'll flag this for your admissions advisor to follow up. So I made note of your student number.
By the way, sorry for the disturbance, Jaden. My signals are a bit weak.
No problem at all. Sometimes that happens to me too. Perfect. Any other questions? No? If you think of any questions afterwards, you're more than welcome to send me an email also, and I can help you out online.
Thank you very much. I hope we'll have another session at the starting of August, and I hope you will enjoy our Pakistani students in your main campus and as well as in Brampton campus.
Absolutely, yes. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much, Farouk.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Yes, thank you. Dear students, I'm still available for a few more minutes. You can ask question even in Urdu, okay?
Okay, take care.
Okay, take care. Have a nice time and enjoy.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. मुताहिर कैसे हैं आप? ठीक है?
जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
अच्छा, आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स आ चुके हैं। आप अपने अब्बू का मुझे व्हाट्सएप नंबर दोबारा भेज दें। उम्मीद काफी कल आपकी एप्लीकेशन चली जाएगी इंशाल्लाह। ठीक है?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
ठीक है सर।
सर मुझे अभी तक नहीं स्टूडेंट नंबर मिला।
नहीं मिला? वो जो आपको एक ईमेल